Okay, we are now live. You see, we got Roxanne Price in the chat. Saw his comment. All right, man. Let's go ahead and kick things off. So, first and foremost, we want to, and Ashton, my volume is fine. I'm not too loud or too quiet.
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect. Welcome in everybody again to VT Spotlight. Um, Here we do discuss all things related to Vivid Tokens. Our current segment is VT Rising Stars, where we have our NIL contracted athlete Ashton Price. Thank you again, Ashton, for sitting down with me today.
No problem, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. And here, basically, we follow Ashton's journey throughout the 2025-2026 season, recap games, get his, his perspective as an athlete on the court, and discuss many other topics as we go through this journey together with him. Um, so for today's segment, we will be recapping two games. The first one we'll be going over is Northwestern Oklahoma State.
Okay.
Yeah, so before we dig into it, man, is there anything you want to say? Obviously, you had a first row seat. Well, you were in it. So,
Yeah.
any comments off rip?
Northwestern State, man, was a very physical game. Like that was they're a very physical team. You know, they use their height and their physicality to their advantage. They're more of an offensive minded team. I mean, and they're one of those teams where the more they score, the better that they play on defense type of teams. But if their offense isn't going too well, then they really don't do too good. Like, see, what I'm looking at right now is how um in the first half they were 40% from the field
Yeah.
as a team. So we had them shut down. You know what I'm saying? And they were 37 point. That's not bad from 3 pointer as a team, but you know, we made them miss a couple of shots in the first half, you know, and we had a 12-point lead. I want to say I don't know how many first half points we had. I want to say we had 33, 35, 37 first half points.
I don't have those exact numbers, but it was around that range.
It was around that
Um,
range, and I mean, ooh, we were already up, and you know,
you guys definitely
we
outperformed them first half.
yeah, and then
We ran into some static the second half, and we'll actually get into that. So for the Rangers, Northwestern, Oklahoma State, Max Alexander, he led his team with 26 points. Um, so what was the scouting report like on that? Were we expecting that from him at all?
yeah, most definitely he leads our league in scoring.
Right.
So we knew he was going to come out there and, you know, shoot a lot of shots, of course. No disrespect to Max, man. I mean, he played an excellent game against us, no doubt. You know, but there was a lot of things that we could have eliminated, like a lot of his left hand dribble drives. Like a good 85% of his points were going left. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like there wasn't a lot of right penetrations coming from Max. You know what I'm saying? It was either A, he was going left, getting an and one, or B, he was going right, going to the free throw line or turning it over.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, but he was definitely a key piece. We had our 5th year senior Isaac Jackson guarding him. But he picked up 2 quick fouls, so we had to make rotations fast. So that kind of threw off our game plan as well. So we have multiple bodies on number.
1.
What's this number 1?
Yes.
And we just didn't have an answer for him. He just had it going.
I got you, man. Yeah, definitely a rough game guarding him defensively. And some scoring accompanied to him. We had 14 points by Keandre Young, and also 14 from Robbie Armbruster. So they combined for 54 of the 64 points. So really only 3 guys we had to contain that night. Clearly we struggled in that regard. So post game, I mean, were there discussions between the matchups, what could have happened, or what's our approach on that?
And the thing about number 8, bro, to me, he wasn't. I mean, he wasn't even a big. To me, he
Right,
wasn't even a big. He
right,
was tall, but he was playing. He hit 2 threes. He was scoreless first half. He literally had 0 points in the first half. He might have had 2, and then he came out. We didn't talk. We didn't rotate. We were very disinterested that game on the defensive end.
right.
We 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 didn't
And then
take pride
watching
in
the
defense
game,
that night.
it seems like it's kind of like a recurrent pattern for you guys. You guys do seem to struggle the second half. Whether you guys are up or trailing at the end of the first. So definitely something you guys are gonna have to clean up moving forward when you see these guys again. Um, Also, I wanted to go over your stats. You did finish the game with 20 points, 10 rebounds, 5 of which were offensive, and you shot 5 from 8 from the free throw line. So, in regards to scoring the points and scoring that game, you were pretty solid overall. You've been kind of on a hot streak here lately. So, what's your mindset? What do you do to maintain that steady hot hand and continue to put points on the board?
I mean, I have to be more consistent with the shots that I'm taking. Yeah, I'm coming up with 20 and 15, but with the shots that I'm taking in between those, like I have to make those shots because that opens up more for our big man, Josh. I feel like Josh, ooh, 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 I'm not opening up the floor for everybody to truly play how we need to play. If that makes sense. You know what I'm
No, that makes
saying? Like I feel
absolutely.
like I shot some threes that game. I didn't make any threes this game. I shot some threes and then my team we just need them. Cause right now
Absolutely.
we can go on offensive droughts and we got guys like we have a UAM Hall of Famer on our team. You know what I'm saying? We got a guy who's gonna go down in the Hall of Fame on our team, and then you got a guy who's averaging 14 and 8 rebounds. So he needs to. So we just have a group of guys that needs touches, and when it comes down to it, we just don't know who needs the ball, or not even who needs it. We don't know who to go to without people feeling some type of way about certain things like and then we kind of get caught up in the hero game
Right. So ego definitely plays a
is
part,
playing a
and
part
when you have,
in the
and
most
as they
definitely.
say, these are grown men. These are athletes that are hungry for the game and that have been playing the game their entire lives for the most part. So I definitely see where that plays a part, and the hardest part is getting over that and getting on the same page and okay, maybe I don't get this shot, I'm gonna get it over here, but that'll free me up on the next one.
And
So
I'm not even saying like the ego thing with our team is necessarily bad. Like I'm not looking at it from like oh we have a team full of egos. It's just like well he has a history, so he feel like Isaac Jackson has an amazing history for UAM. You know what I'm saying? So for him coming out to these games, you know what I'm saying? He's what UAM knows. So when he shows up, he has pressure on his back. You know what I'm saying? Especially if if we go down and he feels like he's the leader, he's our senior. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you got me. You know, I'm on a hot streak, so it's kind of like I feel like I need to. So we kind of just got a lot of like people trying to play hero ball. It's like I gotta get a bucket. I gotta get a bucket instead of we need to get this bucket. It's not a lot of
Who's the best option for us to get this
to get
bucket
this
in this
bucket. And
scenario?
now, necessarily, just because we say Isaac is the best option doesn't mean that he has to shoot it. He can get down there and make the best play. You know, we're
Right.
just saying, who do we need to get? And we need to figure out, and maybe we should play who's hot that half, who they don't expect to drive. But right now, it's kind of like we go on 2 dry trips, and then somebody else tries to go get some, and then there's another 2 dry trips, and then I catch myself forcing some down there, and that's where my 6 turnovers come from that night. So
Right.
it's just like we just get caught in a ramble out there, and we lose sight of what's really supposed to be happening.
Absolutely, man. And I don't want to get too caught up on one topic, man, but at least from my perspective, it definitely feels like you guys are struggling, like you said, it's just in that regard, figuring out who who's gonna or what needs to happen in order for us to get the win. And you guys, I feel like, are, and I'm not the first to say it, a lot of teams, a lot of announcers, a lot of coaches, they're noticing you guys really aren't diverse when it comes to your offensive set. So when you guys run the same play, clearly you're not, it's kind of like you're ignoring the hot hand or even the mismatches that somebody may have. Like, even if you're the hot hand, okay, look for AP, but Giancarlo has the clear mismatch. His man can't guard him. Let's get it to Giancarlo, and then let's look for AP on the offhand or on the backside, or look for Josh on the pop up. So I do feel like there's some improvement that can happen there, but you guys are still figuring out. But let's go ahead and keep moving on. But real quick, I want to address the comments. We have a few people saying, "Looking good. What's up, fam?" We had cousin Cam uh, pop in the chat. So what's up, everybody? Appreciate y'all tuning
Okay. What's going on? What's going on?
in. So picking up on that, I do see. I have you down for 6 turnovers that game. So we do need to talk about that, man. What's up with the turnovers, man? How can we? What's going on? How can we address it? What are we doing?
It's a lot of things can be true at once. You know, it's kind of like some of my turnovers that game came from getting in late at the shot clock. A lot of my turnovers came from also going in too deep into the paint. So I might have got it at the end of the shot clock, but I also went down there too deep. So it's kind of like a double whammy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's kind of like I got it at the end, but I definitely could have made a better choice. But since I got it at the end, I just settled for the man. I got it at the end, you know, and the game was kind of frustrating. Um, just to see that the league go from 12, back to a tie game,
Right.
it kind of spooked it spooked us.
Yep.
It spooked us.
And it can rattle any team, man. And again, that's the hard part of weathering the storm and making sure you do whatever it takes to secure that win. And to attest to what my question, it can be a lot of factors that lead to a turnover. As a point guard brother, it hurts my soul to see that number in the TO section. But again, I mean, there is a lot of things that go into that, and maybe it's you don't go down deep enough. Maybe if this man rotates up to give you a clear outlet, you don't have to take that extra dribble. You can pass it off. So it's you guys having to work as a team to get through that. But overall, not a terrible game. Unfortunately, we did lose that one, 64-59. But you guys are still working through that. We'll go ahead and move on. But before I do want to give an honorable mention to Jacob Zenin. He did finish the game with 14, knocking down 4 3-pointers. So that boy could shoot.
No doubt.
What you call it. So we are going to go ahead and move forward to the Southwestern Oklahoma State game. For Southwestern, I do have some honorable mentions. Ty Frierson, he did finish with 20 points. And we have Cray Rogers, who finished with 14, leading for 34 points. So what was it like guarding those guys? How was what was the defensive mindset with those?
I'm sorry. So you had who'd you have again? Number 7,
Right, finishing
number
with 20 points.
number 3, and
Right.
23.
One
Or
second.
or did you just had number 7 and 3 with 20 and 14?
That's what I have.
Okay. Number 7 man was I'm not, he was skilled.
Right.
Very skilled. He was a smaller guard. He was scrappy. Uh, and he really didn't make too many 3-pointers. He only made one 3-pointer. He was 1 for 4 from the 3-point line. So a lot of his shots were mid ranges and free throws.
Right.
And I also want to say he led his team. I vividly remember seeing him, and that was on offense and defense. Like he orchestrated their win for them. If we would have slowed him down and stopped him, we definitely would have had a high chance of winning that game.
Right. And you have to give flowers where they're due. And just to reiterate, number 7 on their team was Ty Frierson, finishing with 20 points. And then number 3 on their team was Cray Rogers, finishing with 14. So what about number 3? What was the story there, man?
We got to do better with rotating backside. It's the rotating backside, and Coach Tapp tries to tell us, don't move to the help. Already be in the help. You gotta already be there. So it's not and I do it too. Like I'll be on my man, like let's say, because I remember vividly, in the first half, I kind of got a spark going for us, and I shot a 3 in the corner and I made one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came back down and I missed one, and they came down and hit a 3. So like it was just because we tag, and there's nothing wrong with the tag, but we can't tag and then not have ball pressure on the other side to where they're able to just skip it over to make an easy pass.
Right.
But let's call a spade a spade. We are fatigued out there. Um, Isaac Jackson, 37 minutes. Josh Smith, 38 minutes. Jacob Zenin, 39 minutes. Like John Carlos Valdez, 23 minutes. Ashton Price, 36 minutes. So I mean, we're playing a good amount of minutes.
The
Like
entire game. Yeah.
we're playing. So I mean, and when it's a catch-22 because it's kind of like, we're tired, but it's kind of like we gotta fight through it if we want to win. But it's kind of like, how much can we fight through? It's like you gotta let some plays go to maintain the 40 minutes in a way.
Right.
Like you're not gonna play every play
That
right
makes sense. Yeah, you can't give it all you got every single time when you know you have to conserve your energy for
for
the
40
20
minutes.
minutes. That makes sense.
And as
And
much as and much as it sucks to say that out loud as a player, but I mean, it kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you jump up and try to block his shot when you could just walk, and why foul? Where everybody's playing 30 minutes.
that you can't fail.
You can't foul. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, or why slide over in the help and burn that energy and give up that 3 and we gotta come back down and guard the same set. So I mean, a lot of things can be true at the same time. Now,
Yeah.
just because we tired, don't make it okay for us to just let them make. How many threes did they make, Parrish? Oh my goodness.
So they finished with 10 of 17. So they were
That's
shooting the
not. I
rock.
mean, that's not a lot of. I mean, that's 30 points worth of threes, though, P.
Whereas you guys went 6 for 18, that can hurt. So shooting definitely played a part. And I will say a lot of it was due to rotations. I did see, I'm watching you a lot, but I do see you go from one wing all the way to the other wing sometimes. And, me just hooping. Sometimes I'm like, hey, that's a long distance to cross, but I mean that's your guys' defense, and whatever you guys go over behind closed doors, that's what you guys do. But yeah, I do see, and especially when you're fatigued, covering that distance and getting there in time to get a good contest off and actually deter that shooter from hitting it where the shooter probably has fresh legs, just got to sub in, and he's focused in on the shot and without that fatigue. So it can bite you. Excuse my language. It can bite you in the ass. But yeah, I do see what you're saying on that.
And the thing is, and it's kind of like number seven. Number seven wasn't even their guy.
He
Number
wasn't even on the
seven,
start of the court.
I don't even think number seven even averages. He might average there, but their guy was number 24. Their big man. Their big man was their guy, and we were trying to double down on the big because the
Right.
big the big was supposed to be a force to be reckoned with in the paint.
Yeah. So I have number 24 for Southwestern Oklahoma, Creighton Carter. He finished the game with 8 on 3 of 8 shooting. So they tried to get him involved. He really couldn't get anything going. So it sounds like you guys were successful defensively if that was the plan. But you guys let Cray Rogers slip. Oh, sorry, actually Ty Frierson slip
Yes.
through and get a 20 ball. So I mean, yeah, I can see where you guys were blindsided by that. But you guys have to be able to make those in-game adjustments and prioritize whoever's hot that game. So, but I mean, it's any given day though. I mean, we say that on every
Every given night.
show. Any given night, you got to come ready to hoop because the person next to you or in front of you will. So, and you already know how it goes.
You know how I go.
Um, so I do have a few questions for you regarding that game. We covered that. We touched on rotations. So going over stats for UAM, we have Isaac Jackson who finished with 18, Josh Smith finished with 13, and yourself finished with 17. So you guys all combined for 48 points. However, like I said, it wasn't enough to secure the win. But is there anything you would do personally as a whole in that game that might have changed the outcome?
After that game, I came to a realization that if I'm gonna be the shot taker on our team, like if I'm gonna shoot the shots, Parrish, I'm gonna have to make 'em. Like, and and if I make them and we lose, is rare. You feel
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like the games are different because we have games where we go on 8 minute stretches, Parrish, and we don't even score. Like there's times we can go 8, 9 trips, and it's like,
Yeah. And it's
and
like
it's
it's not
and
they're
it's
not even
hard.
bad possessions. They're not even
And
bad possessions.
they're
It's
not, and
you
they're
just
not. It's
lost.
just they're just empty. And
And
regardless if they're bad or not, they're empty and empty. But and too many empty. But and I get what you're saying. Like even though it's a good shot, we gotta have it. And I'm shooting good shots. Um, I'm not connecting, and I feel like my shot selection can definitely be better. Um, I'm missing some open looks. I've been reviewing some film and seeing that the holes and the gaps that I'm missing as I'm penetrating, and also seeing that the where the open men are backside,
Right.
and just small things. And I really want to just say I had a bad game, but I still walked out with 17.
Right.
So it's kind of like, and I got him on the
Some
free
of
throw
them
line.
did come from the free throw line. So you only made you went 1 for 5 on the three, and then
2 for 10 from the
you
field.
2 for 10 from the
Trash.
field. So, a slow shooter night, if you will.
It,
So
it, you know,
I mean, and I agree with what you're saying wholeheartedly. I've been saying it since the beginning of time. I definitely feel like, you know, whatever team you're on, man, you're a momentum swinger. If you can get things going and you're taking smart, good shots, getting your teammates involved, and being, a leader on the court, 8 to 9 times out of 10, you guys are gonna have a great game, secure the win. When there are those rough shooting nights, and you're gonna have them. This won't be the last one. Hopefully, it's the last one this season, though. But you're gonna have them. So what are you doing to improve on that? Because clearly, you're taking more jumpers than you did earlier on in the season. So and you're taking smart jumpers as well. Now it's just a matter of knocking them down. So what are you doing in your world to help improve that field goal percentage?
really just building the trust through the reps. You know what I'm saying? And knowing my mind that I can make them. And I want to make my teammates believers too. I want my teammates to know, like, when Ashton gets it, like, we gonna score,
Right.
or it's something positive is about to happen. I don't want
You're
it to
gonna
be
get the opposite
like,
effect.
I don't want it to be like, what is Ashley about to do? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, you
And
want
I
them
feel
to trust
like
you with the ball.
my teammates, they trust me with the ball more than what they did before. I feel like I definitely built a trust bridge. Uh, but I definitely still have moments where they kind of like look like
Right.
like we don't know what he's gonna give us, and that's okay. Like, we're still a new team. Like, I have moments like that where I feel like I should have it, but somebody else has it. And that's just the competitor in you. But I just want the trust, and I want Tap to trust me as well. I want Tap to know, like, with whatever this is. So it starts in practice, and it just starts on my free time, and then me just visualizing my shot and going out there and doing it in the game. Like, no
Right.
pressure, just go out there and just play. You gonna miss some, and you gonna make some.
You've been doing this for 22 years, man. I've seen it.
Like,
So
you know,
look, so at this point, man, it's a layup at this point,
you
man.
know what I'm
So
saying.
yeah, I mean, I agree. Trust definitely does play a part. If you guys, well, one, if you have your team and your coach in your corner, you're destined for success, and that's vice versa. If your team has, you and Coach Tap, and all of you guys are on the same accord, then obviously you're going to get the best results in terms of playing as a team, winning these games. So, um, I can tell there's definitely still some things out there you guys need to work on. Clearly, you're not going to get all of the tea, if you will, what's going on in the UAM locker room. But, we do appreciate you giving us a little bit of insight on what's going on and talking to us about that. My next topic, I wanted to mention that it seems like the roster fluctuates. It fluctuates a lot, actually. Sometimes you guys have 8, 9 guys in rotation. Sometimes it's 6 to 7. So, I mean, what's going on there? I mean, are there injuries? Can you give us a status report on how many people you guys are looking to run with moving forward, or is fatigue still going to be an ongoing issue for you guys?
Um,
And if you need to plead the fifth, you definitely can.
I understand how.
You
I think.
if you need to plead the fifth, you can.
uh, uh, Tap knows what he's doing. Tap definitely knows what he's doing. Tap definitely understands that he might be playing us a little too much. But also Tap knows what he's doing because he does things throughout the week to make sure that we're ready to play 40 minutes as well. So it's a double-headed sword. So even if we don't play 40 minutes, there's things that Coach Tap has in play throughout the week for us to be, and I'm talking about mentally and physically. Like there's things that we haven't played that we have to go to, mandatory things that we have, like team bonding things that we have to go to and make sure that we're on the same page. And we got mandatory ice baths and weight. So there's things that we do, and they give they IVs, snacks in the locker room. So we got the things that we need to play the 40, but it's like it's not ideal for us to play the 40, but if we gotta play the 40,
You can play the 40.
we can play the 40. Okay. So we on the same
We'll take
page.
you with the win. We'll play as much as you need for us to
As much as it is okay. So,
we're on the same page. We're on the same page, man.
okay.
Well said, man. So yeah, to wrap things up, man. For Southwestern, it did end in defeat, 74-62. You guys do play them again next month, February 19th. So I mean, do you personally have a chip on your shoulder? Do you have anybody's number, or are you just trying to get a vengeance victory at this point?
We just there's some teams out there that but we gotta win. So this game right here, we played this game coming up. This is a rival game. And after this game, we get a brand new seat. Like the season starts over.
So the Southern Arkansas University on the 22nd, so this week, that's a rival game.
Yes.
And you guys are at home that game. Oh yeah, I'm gonna act an ass for sure. So
No, yeah.
yeah.
So but all jokes aside, it's a rival game, and we're gonna take care of business in the rival game.
Right.
Win this game, and then the season starts. The season restarts. We play everybody again.
It's the second half.
And now it's like, okay, now we know what it ain't no. Oh, we didn't know. No,
no, none of that.
we got it.
Now, y'all got some numbers. Y'all got to pull some numbers, man. I'm not liking the record right now. I think you guys are 3-7 now.
Yeah, we're tied for 9th.
Yeah, I need you guys to get right. I need to
do
a national run this season. No,
I got you.
But yeah, I just want to thank you again for sitting down, talking to me, recapping those games.
No, for sure, I got you.
Yeah, I don't want to keep you too long. I'm sure there's things you need to do as a student athlete, whether it's school or keeping your your mental, your bodily, your physicals ready for the next game. So I'm not gonna keep you for too long. Again, thank you. Does anybody in YouTube have any comments, questions for Ashton here?
Can I try to get it to do? Can I try to shout out Liquid IV for keeping me hydrated in the games? Is that legal? Can I do that?
And we're not a paid partnership or anything, but you definitely can shout out whoever you want.
Man, shout out Liquid IV, man. Don't have a sponsorship yet, but you know what I'm saying? I'm a fair buyer. Fair buyer. Need it.
No, I walk in, you got boxes of Liquid IV. What it means to be an athlete. We have Cam. They said great segment. Appreciate that, Cam.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Tune in for the next one. We definitely got some we got some products coming up for Ashton. Like I mentioned, we do have a contract in place. He is our NIL athlete, so we have some trading cards. I'm gonna be coming out here soon, probably within the next month or so. So y'all stay tuned for that. Definitely want to try and get some among the family, whether it's me buying them and distributing things like that. But yeah, y'all be on the lookout. We definitely want to get this young man some funds. I know it's hard being a college athlete out there, so it'll be good to get the NIL going. So y'all stay tuned for that. Yeah, that's all we had, and I think we'll be closing out now. Thank y'all.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.